Hello and welcome back to another edition of Teacher Talks. And friends, I had a great conversation with one of my parents the other day, and I'm going to explain to you what healthy reading is. I know, healthy reading, that sounds weird. I'm going to compare healthy food, healthy eating, and healthy reading. And I'm going to use my bookshelf in my fancy new office, which, by the way, I'm going to do an office tour, which one of you asked for, an office tour coming up this weekend. But for now, let's talk about healthy reading. What do I mean by that? Listen, the graphic novel category has exploded with books like Dog Man and other genius books by Dav Pilkey. Yes, Captain Underpants, I know you love it. Ricky Ricotta's Mighty Robot, and boy, there's a whole slew of awesome books which I think are healthy for you to read. However, let's make sure that we're keeping a nice balance, and here's what I mean by that. Listen, think about your food last night, or at least think about a healthy plate of food. So you have your proteins, you have your grains, you have your fruits and vegetables. Proteins like the nuts, the beans, poultry, meat, fish, all that kind of good stuff, right? But imagine you don't just eat that. You don't have a whole plate of just that. You might have some fruits and vegetables, maybe a nice salad, something like that. And you might have some grains, a piece of bread, maybe you got some oatmeal for breakfast, right? So it's a healthy balance of food. So when you go over to the reading category, what I want you to make sure of, and I see some students make a mistake with, which we have to be very intentional. We have to try to do this, right? Just because you love the graphic novels, just because you love Dog Man, and so many of us love Dog Man and these other graphic novels, doesn't mean that you can only read that style of book and get a healthy amount of reading. Go ahead and enjoy those graphic novels, is my opinion. I know some parents out there have different views on this. My opinion is, especially parents and teachers, if you have reluctant readers that don't want to read, let them get hooked on the graphic novels, let them improve their reading levels, and then we can push into the nonfictions like the brilliant Who Would Win by the genius Jerry Pallotta, and into the chapter books like Magic Treehouse is a huge sensation for our first, second, third, fourth grade readers for chapter books. And also a series in the chapter books that I've been focusing on is Jake Maddox Sports Series. So let's talk about those for a second. All right, well, let's dive down to the graphic novels. And I put a few down here, right? Dog Man, and a couple future Dog Man books coming out down here. Captain Underpants. When I think graphic novels, I think of Dav Pilkey sort of being the leader on that forefront of the graphic novels. However, there's lots of great authors and books out there in that graphic novel category. And then I come up here to the one of my favorite categories in how it's changed lately, and let me explain what I mean by that. So these nonfiction, when I was a kid, nonfiction, it was interesting and you grew your brain, but in my opinion, the way it was presented wasn't all that exciting, right? But now with these Who Would Wins, and I see some other authors kind of go in this direction, but these Who Would Wins, it's so awesome. You are going to become an expert on these two different creatures, and you're going to grow your brain and gain all this knowledge, and you're going to try to use that to decide who would win if these creatures battled. Such a brilliant way to grow our brains with nonfiction. A lot of the times the students don't even realize how much they're growing their brains. They're just so excited to learn about these different books, learn about these different animals, and make awesome predictions based on evidence on who they think would win these battles. And then let's come down here to these awesome chapter books. And I feel like some of the kids in my class and my own kids at home, they're starting to shy away from these chapter books because they're getting so used to the amount of pictures that we see in the graphic novels and even into the nonfiction books, lots and lots of pictures. But friends, it's very, very important that you also include a healthy amount, right? Healthy amount, nice balance of those chapter books. So does it have to be Magic Treehouse or this Jake Maddox Sports Series that I've been focusing on lately? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I am saying that those might be a good fit, right? If you're kind of a sports guy or a sports gal. Hey, the Jake Maddox, I was looking the other night, I think there's like 30 plus books in this series. And these ones in particular are kind of about boys because my third-year-old or third grader who's into these books right now is a boy and he wants to read about boys. But there's plenty of these books that are about girls and who are the lead characters. And there's all kinds of different sports. If you name a sport and you go, in fact, I'll put some of these down below in the description. I bet you there's a book on it. So this author's done a great job of being diverse with these. All right, friends, listen, I hope you enjoyed this video here. Think about your healthy food, and I hope you're having healthy food, right? Would you have ice cream only for dinner every single night? Sounds exciting. And then after a few nights, boy, you wouldn't be feeling healthy. Same with your reading. Make sure you're getting a nice balanced amount. Graphic novels, nonfictions, chapter books. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys so much. Do me a favor. Put a link. Check out the links down below and also put a comment down below. What's your favorite category? Graphic novels, nonfiction, chapter books. What's your favorite books within those? Is Dogman your favorite for graphic novels, or do you have a different one? How about the nonfiction? Is your favorite Who Would Win, or do you have a different nonfiction that's your favorite? Chapter books, Magic Tree House and Jake Maddox Sports Series. Do you have a different one, or is one of those your favorite? All right, guys, we are going to be doing a tour of the office, and right now I have some work to do today because some of my walls are blank and I need to get to work on it. So I'm going to let you go. We'll catch you next time. I love it when you guys put that thumbs up. Thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, I now have over 125 videos all dedicated to teaching, students showing books, book reviews, all kinds of awesome, exciting, fun videos. So hit that subscribe, hit the like, and by the way, when you subscribe, if you hit that little bell, it'll let you know every single time I put up a video. All right, guys,